My name is Kathleen and my co-managers are Ashley and Autumn. Welcome to Gander Optics. We chose this name for our company because it started with a G and it was catchy. Today, we are going to go over our company's flow from year 6 to year 15, covering from the product design to our financials. During the practice rounds, my group and I remained conservative in our decisions and wanted to figure out how the program worked. As a group, we did some research using the tools provided along with YouTube videos, and we feel this helped us grasp the understanding of how to use the reports and the competitive assumptions piece within the program. Let's take a look at our earnings per share. Year 6 of our earnings per share were only 35 cents. We do realize that we fell flat on our face and did not play the game to the best of our abilities. After that year, our group really dug into the reports and executed our strategy that we set in place. The following year, we were able to increase our EPS by more than 5 times from the year 6 to $100 or $1.74. We also obtained the leapfrog award from 30-point difference from the year prior. Each year, we have been able to grow our EPS, and year 11 was our pivotal moment where our strategy shifted and it skyrocketed our EPS from $6.33 to $10.30. In year 13, we assume, based off the reports, that our other companies mimicked our strategy, which cost us a fraction of our EPS. The most important part about our EPS from the following year, 14 and 15, is that it continued to grow. Moving on to our stock prices. As you can see in year 6, that was our learning year, the stock price mirrored our EPS, resulting with a minuscule of $6.38. Just like the EPS in year 7, our stock prices soared to $42.63. It wasn't until year 11 when we changed our strategy that we almost doubled our stock price to $297.82. In year 14, you can see an additional increase in our stock price. This is a result of increasing our PQR on our drone product to mimic our strategy used in year 12 for the camera. Additionally, to grow our EPS and stock price, we tested purchasing stock in year 8 and progressively increased the amount of stock we purchased each year to regain ownership of our company. This ultimately helped us increase our stock price and strive to meet our performance goals. Now, I would like to discuss our net revenue trends. Let's just skip over year 6, as we are all aware that it wasn't our greatest accomplishment out of this whole simulation. In year 7, that was our year of great improvement with net revenues totaling $34 million. Year 12 was really Gander Optics' moment in this game. The net revenues soared to $170 million. And this was due to our newfound strategy with our products, and we also found our niche in the market. The shift downward in our revenues in year 13 was again due to the market shift and how the other companies were changing their strategy to mirror our own. What Gander Optics did was instrumental to the whole game. We set the shift of strategies for everyone, and that was evident in the reports and revenue. In year 14, we compensated for that shift in the strategies and was ready for the changes, which helped our net revenues increase to $177 million. Exciting news for Gander Optics the week of April 25th. We learned that our return on equity placed 8th in the world on Globus.com. Right now, I'd like to hand it over to Autumn, who will discuss Gander Optics' strategic vision.
Thank you, Kathleen. I'm going to go over our strategic vision for Gander Optics and how that vision varied by product. In the beginning, our overall strategy was to create a luxury camera and a mediocre drone. We placed our luxury camera at approximately $330 per unit, and the mediocre drone was priced at approximately $1,325 per unit. Our goal was to be the top performer for action capture camera by creating a luxury item to meet the high-end market share demand. We opted to create a good quality, low-priced UV drone that could be marketed to anyone at any price point. The industry average across all regions for this action capture camera was approximately $278, and the drone was approximately $1,555. Our strategy for providing a lavish camera at a higher cost in the beginning of the simulation was successful. Additionally, we received the Leapfrog Award in year 7 for our better executed strategy changes. Furthermore, we put our money into deeper discounts to entice the customer for better deals, and we added a higher extended warranty. This helped us obtain more customers by providing a good product with great customer service, which led to gaining their trust. The initial intended strategy for Gander Optics was to create a luxury camera product. Our camera was priced at approximately $330 per unit. Our goal was to be the top high-end provider on the action capture camera by creating a luxury brand that met the needs of the market share. Ultimately, we found that every team was fighting for the same piece of the market. We realized that there was a big hole in the low-end side of the market. In years 7 through 13, we steadily increased our PQ rating. However, in year 14, we updated our strategy to lower the expensive features on our camera and keep the good quality attachments. This resulted in our PQ rating dropping from 6.3 to a 5.6. We also had the ability to lower our price significantly, which made us a big threat to other companies. By the end of the simulation, we were the lowest cost leader and swooping an average of 11.4% market share for the camera's operation. As we've already established, we wanted to create a mediocre drone with minimal upgrades and limited models. We wanted to focus a lot of our funds towards upgrading our camera and keeping our drone at the best competitive price. We consistently kept our prices well below the industry average and kept our drone's PQ rating away from our competitors. In year 11, we decided to reconstruct our drone, and instead of increasing price, we decided to drop it even further. Since this price drop, we've been able to be the biggest competitor offering a good quality, low cost product to the market. In addition to having a low price, we were still offering a good discount and retailer recruitment in order to better market to our customer and gain new customers. Since our tactic had been consistent for our drones, we have had a strong customer loyalty and held on to an average of 12.5% of the drone market. Now I'm going to turn it over to Ashley.
Thanks, Autumn. So I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about our production and finance strategies, and we'll close out by covering some of the lessons that we learned throughout the simulation. Overall, Gander Optics focused much of our spending efforts on making sure our employees were well compensated to ensure employee retention and quality control over our products. We increased our base wages for workers across both products by at least 1% per PAT member. We increased the assembly quality incentive by 20 cents per unit and increased the fringe benefit package by no less than $200 per year. Overall, we improved our training and productivity improvement per PAT by approximately $250 per PAT. The robotics upgrade for the UAV drone was initiated in year 6, but we really didn't make the decision to upgrade the AC camera's robotics until year 10 due to the significant cost of that upgrade. In year 6, we added a combined total of 100 new spaces to our factory facilities and installed a total of 91 workstations for both products. We were really fortunate to figure out early on that we could offset the facility expansions to avoid overtime by increasing the workforce compensation for our employees, specifically the training and productivity improvements and attendance bonuses. These decisions also played a role in our finance strategy. Our group was all women, and so we really like to joke that we wanted and we spent all the monies. We took out some loans early on and were able to pay them off quickly, typically within 2 years. Beginning in year 8, we utilized some of these funds for repurchasing stock to increase our earnings per share and return on equity, as well as to cover the cost of implementing our robotics upgrade. We decided against issuing dividend payments and instead focused on repurchasing stock and eliminating loans when possible. As a group, we also decided against issuing stock to increase our cash. Instead, we took out loans at low interest rates that we could pay back within a reasonable time frame. This strategy helped our credit ratings stay at or exceed an A- throughout the simulation, with the exception of year 6. That was a really rough year. Now let's talk about what worked and what didn't. Overall, our strategy worked until year 10 when things got really tough. We struggled to increase our operating profit margin above 20% and meet our investor expectations for EPS, ROE, stock price, credit, and image rating. Each group seemed to be fighting over the exact same piece of the market, being that we were all marketing a high-priced, high-end camera and drone. Gander Optics changed our strategy and began focusing more on the drone and less on the camera. In year 11, we really flipped the script. We lowered our camera and drone quality and cost to be the low-cost leader in the industry. Surprisingly, it seems that others may have caught on to our strategy and took similar steps towards lowering the cost and quality of their products to be more competitive with us. We continued with this strategy so that we were the most affordable product available, and we're still competitive with the quality of product that we provided. We also debated whether Company C might have been the professor, given that their performance has been above average throughout this entire simulation. If not, our hats are off to you, Company C. I think after this semester, we can all relate a little bit to Frodo here. Thank you so much for your time and for listening to our presentation, and good luck with finals next week.